reload that quick.
Yeah, that was a heck of a pass. I mean, you could just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making it.
Well, ain't it nice to see a familiar face? Welcome to another year of football with Madden NFL 23. Before we get started, go ahead and change up your options, or just stick with what worked for you last year. And don't worry, if you ever feel like switching it up, you can always change things around in settings later. Accessibility settings.
I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers. I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800 eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag...
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland. Our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy Game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take... One time for old times. What do you say we play some football as we are underway from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy Game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So it's the NFC Stars who will get the ball first. And, Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden, this is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as the coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL, and then in the NFL in the early 70s. Coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice, because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And, you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over in Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon, and later Cal Poly San Luis.
What up, Ruger?
That's right, he drafted 30 rounds then.
First and 10, it's Favre. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. But Charles, you mentioned the coach was a 21st-round draft pick back in 1958. It was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately,
y'all waiting for Eastwood so he can
he was hurt in his first training
get his Madden game on.
In the NFL. But it was still during his time with the Eagles, you and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see the light bulb going on for what his career path might entail.
And it went on in a big way, didn't it? Because while he was rehabbing his knee, he started to spend a lot of time breaking down film with the Eagles, with quarterback Norm Van Brocklin, the future Hall of Famer and future head coach in the NFL. Remember, Van Brocklin coached with the Falcons, he coached with the Vikings. And was there.
Sounds good.
Coach Madden realized his love of football and love for teaching, combining all that together, and that meant being a...
Sounds good.
So in 1960, he began his coaching career at a small college south of San Luis Obispo called Allen Hancock, and then later at San Diego State University under another legendary coach, the guy who could throw it around pretty well, Doc Coryell.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Favre to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, you know, he was in the
Yeah, I'm always ready. Whenever you're ready.
John Madden made the acquaintance of the owner of the Oakland Raiders, one Al Davis, of course, and the two, they really bonded, would become one of the best owner-coach duos in NFL history. And to take it a step further, Al Davis became someone who John referred to as his best friend.
Yeah, 1967, Brandon. Al Davis hired Coach Madden to be a linebackers coach. Remember, this was still the AFL at that point. They had not merged totally with the NFL. And Coach Madden, he paid dividends almost immediately. Helped the Raiders win the AFL title in 1968. And that meant a date for the Green Bay Packers in what was now known as Super Bowl II. But by 1969, at the age of 32, just 32, Brandon, John Madison was now head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And what a ride the Raiders, in the NFL were about to go.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
So we're through one at the Coliseum in Oakland. 0-0 our score. This is the John Madden Legacy game on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Favre. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Sanders will take this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
You always watching, Dottie. And you always be cracking jokes, too.
His kick is good, and the NFC goes up 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Barry Sanders the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West. So this is a conference he battled.
He said, what's up, bro? How the game going? Oh, shit.
It was a golden era for
see, I don't know, boy George. I don't know what to tell you, boy George. I mean, George, boy. I mean,
successful accomplishment of all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came out late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36, 16, and 2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders factor each and every year.
That's some strong running. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He said, I didn't mean to put game.
The Raiders going on a ride. Well, try these numbers on for size. So 10 seasons as a head coach. The Raiders won their division 7 times. They finished 2nd behind 3 times. He became the youngest coach to amass 100 career regular season victories and is still, to this day, the franchise leader in wins.
And when you think about it, that's where that rivalry with Kansas City really took root. As did the expression commitment to excellence. And boy, was it personified by the players who played for Coach Madden. On offense, how about quarterback Kenny Stabler, wide receiver.
Wow. 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 Wow.
And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up.
Wow. I'm gonna try to read your gay ass fucking comments and shit. getting my shit pushed back for these gay ass comments.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The NFC offense coming out here, and you know, Charles, Coach Madden always said that if he had one drive to win a game and he had to pick a quarterback, he would pick Kenny Stabler. But I think if you asked him to omit any of his Raiders players, there's a good chance the guy he'd select would be Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is always smiling. He's always laughing. He's always talking to someone. He remembers that it's a game. And if it's a game, you should have fun.
And Brandon, that always reminds me of a great movie line where one of the players was telling the coach, every time I say it's a game, you say it's a business. And every time I say it's a business, you say it's a game. But coach, there's always a game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Charles, you think about all the success that John Madden had as an NFL head coach, and he had plenty, and we talked about it, including the 10 straight winning seasons, the Super Bowl title. But like any great coach, he also suffered through a few tough losses along the way as well.
And Brandon, those tough losses,
Yeah, right.
high-stakes games, because they always had such great success.
We can put money on it, me and you.
6 times in his 10 years, the Raiders were knocked down either the AFL championship game or the AFC championship game. There might be a divisional round exit. That's the one that bothered him most of all. Three River Stadium.
I'll buy it for you.
1972. Yes, the Immaculate Reception game. Franco Harris.
I'll buy it for you.
That was deflected. Almost at his shoe tops and picked it up.
You can't beat me.
13-7 victory. And partner, anyone who loves black and silver.
Yeah, it's the new one now, huh?
Anyone in black and silver that day, and that play should never have counted.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First down, pick up the 25. The Sabres spoke with some of the Raiders.
I'll do it for whatever one you wanted to get it for.
In the 70s, but for one shining season,
Bet that money.
together, and that was 1976. You remember a 13-1 regular season, a memorable playoff win over New England. They
I go get the 3.
24-7
Shit, bet that money.
And then a meeting with the Minnesota Vikings in Super Bowl 11.
Oh, Brandon, what a game that was down at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. A gorgeous 53-degree day, perfect for football. Raiders got up to 16-0 lead in the half, and Clarence Davis, no relation, although I would certainly claim him strong on the ground.
I don't give a fuck what you playing for. Shit.
The MVP of that game, catching everything that came his way.
You can play for 50,000. I'm bet it.
And we all remember who won the seal. The grand old man himself, Willie Brown, with the laser-focused eyes, picking off Fran Tarkenton and taking it 75 yards.
Come on, man.
32-14 the final score. Raiders have their first Super Bowl title, and we got the iconic shot.
Hell yeah, I got it. I got more than that.
And carried aloft as a Super Bowl champ.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the
I can't rent, baby, I own. I can't rent, baby, I own.
I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and throw for it with Favre. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be...
Oh, he can't get away. Romeo go down. The defense runs into the trap.
You want to put house? All right, let's put houses on it. I'll do it. I got you. Let's go.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. They have pressure coming, and they got it once again. Credit the great Michael Strahan with a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
You got some money on the cash out. Huh?
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Yeah.
That's a 3-yard run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag count.
Yeah.
On 4th down. On the return, Hester. Pretty move. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Hall of Famer Randy Moss a part of this offense. And Coach Madden, boy, he always appreciated the ferociousness with which number 84 attacked the football in the air.
As Randy Moss says, just chunk it up there, dog, and I'll go get it.
And, Coach, boy, did he ever go get it. Over 15,000 receiving yards, 156 touchdowns. And how about this? From his rookie year of 1998 until 2009, those are his prime seasons, right? He led the league in touchdowns 5 times, but even more so, he showed us all how to go up and get it. Great body control. No one's ever done it better playing the ball in the air.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing is far. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. They'll wind up losing. on the sack there, and it's second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort. Well, coming up in the second half, we'll run through John's post-coaching triumphs. But for now, we present a special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by the Raiders' own Trey Mosley. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The AFC going to get the football first here as we are back underway from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy game. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the AFC offense heading back out. You know, Charles, Coach really loved to utilize his tight ends in the passing game. You think about Dave Casper, Hall of Famer for those great Raider teams. And I think he saw a lot of Dave Casper in an all-Madden staple, Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez is the type of tight end I think everyone's looking for. He's a guy that can make some big plays from that tight end position. Let me tell you, you better make sure you have him accounted for on every play.
And that's exactly right, because Dave Casper, he could shred defenses down the middle of the field. And that's exactly what Tony Gonzalez did in his entire career. A 14-time Pro Bowl selection. Only Tom Brady has more. There's 6 guys in the 15,000-yard receiving club. He's the only tight end in there. Tony Gonzalez, every snap you had to know where he was because he could make plays short, medium, and long, and often put the ball in the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42. He had just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his coaching career, he was pretty much an instant success.
Partner, he really connected with the people right from the start, and people may not remember he wasn't even on the #1 team in the beginning. He worked his way up, but the same things that made him a great coach made him a great broadcaster. The ability to show the big picture, yet break it down into the details. That's what he did with his teams. That's what he did with the people. That way, he was simple to understand, yet insightful for viewers, and he did with that big personality that he had, one that connected with everyone.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's Ray Guy now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Favre. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's teamed up with Pat Summerall. And that pairing ultimately would go on to be one of the most influential in sports broadcasting history.
Influential not just in us listening to them. Remember, they went on and called 8 Super Bowls together. But how they put together kind of the template that all of us broadcasters follow now. Sitting down with the head coaches and the quarterbacks and the stars of each team before a ball game to get extra information. And the way that those two paired together, Pat Summerall, short, concise, to the point, and turned it over to Coach Madden to fill in all the big details.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Vita Vea. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Allen. And he can... Only managed to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for the AFC. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. 3 quarters have come and gone at the Coliseum in Oakland. All tied between the AFC and NFC, and we are set up for a battle to the finish. And we're back to the John Madden Legacy game after this. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his mannerisms, we know that, but he was an innovator as well.
Yeah, Brandon, you're talking about things like the telestrator, which totally became identified with him, and now it's a staple for all analysts to have in the booth. And then you think about things like turducken on Thanksgiving, when he used words like boom and pow. He helped create the old Madden team. He was a very popular commercial pitch man. And even the Madden Cruiser was unique, and you had to be someone to get a ride on it, too.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now, CD, we did get a little ahead of ourselves talking about John Madden, the broadcaster in the 90s and 2000s, because there was another product during that time period that he became quite famous for, and it's something that you and I know a little bit about, and that's the video game that bears his name. Originally John Madden Football when it was first released back in the late 1980s, and now known the world over simply as Madden.
And Coach saw this originally as a way to teach the game of football. The early designs were for a 7-on-7 game, but he said no chance. He would not sign off on it. He wanted to be as realistic as possible. He told them, call me when it's 11-on-11, and he got his wish.
Yeah, after that debut, Madden the video game continued to pick up steam through the 90s in a big way, and John himself, many will remember, was a commentator for the series for many years. And now here we are in the 2020s, and this game has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 million copies. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. So, CD, you look at the accumulation of John Madden's achievements in the world of football, the coaching success, the Super Bowl title, the incredible career as a broadcaster with 12 Emmy Awards, Madden the video game. It was very fitting back in 2006 that John Madden got the call to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A more deserving person you will not find. He gave an incredible speech on that day, Brandon. So many of his former Raider players were in attendance. He talked about how he envisioned that when the last person turns off the lights in the hall every night, that the Buffs talk football amongst themselves. And what a discussion that might be.
Yeah, he finished his speech by saying, today feels like the second time in my life that I'm being carried off on the shoulders of others. Yet instead of off the field, it's into the Hall of Fame. This has been the sweetest ride of them all. And he is going to lose yardage here. Brady's saying, let's go, as he'll hustle him to the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Brady to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. You think about John Madden in his retirement years post-broadcasting. He was about as active as most people are in their working years. I mean, he continued to play a key role on the NFL's competition committee. He was available to a wide range of people as a tutor, as a mentor. He continued to teach the game of football to all who would listen. And, Charles, as you and I know, he even continued to provide input, a lot of input on the Madden video game.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks that design and build this game certainly look forward to their yearly visits out to the Madden compound that he had out at the East Bay. They pitch the new aspects of each year's game to him, get his feedback, and then get to sit back and spend 6 hours with him on a Sunday, watching football and listening to him tell stories and talk even more ball. It had to be an incredible experience for all involved.
To the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Now Allen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And it's incomplete. So it's a win here for the AFC on an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden. Before we go, one final message.
Time to decide how you're going to make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You become coach once again and captain a team of legends and feeling a little rusty on them. Head on over to the main menu and see the full array of options.
I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie, before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I sports, put in work like a chore, till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown.
Quiet now. He bring that one back.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Quiet now.
AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills
You said what?
and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh. All right.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Hey, what's your name, fool?
They started on the ground with Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss in 2.
Hey, you that's playing with the San Diego Chargers. No, Los Angeles. What the fuck is they calling now?
Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Terry Johnson makes the start. Eckler going to get it again on second down. Before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. It's Eckler again. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
That's bullshit.
Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run.
I don't know how I picked the Bills.
First here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Allen.
That's a straight pass. That's complete. And he gets us to the midfield before he's brought down. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. First down to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Chargers territory. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen will try again on 2nd down.
Oh, bullshit.
That's intercepted.
That was way too long, man.
Here at their own 18-yard line. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensues.
Let me pay homage to the man that stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They snap it to Herbert. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. It's Tyler pass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Being chased out left. This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him 10 seconds to go before halftime. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown! In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Second corner inside side there and failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
Feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach going after. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating guard, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time.
Oh, my goodness.